General nerdery.
American popular culture has always had this really weird obsession with monkeys, to the point that it used to be true in the 50s that if you put a monkey on the front cover of a comic book, that comic book would have a noticeable rise in sales. So, of course, we decided that eventually we were going to have to do some kind of monkey episode. And if you're going to do that, there's really nowhere else to go but King Kong first.
He is king.
And
right turn, Clyde.
And he is Kong. So, welcome, I guess, to General Nerdery's King Kong episode. We're your Generals of Nerdery. I'm Zach.
I'm Tyler.
And with us again is Steven.
Hi, I'm Steven.
He's around the bunch.
here all the time now.
I hope you hear the wave, because I wave every time I say my name. I do stuff like...
I do so many hand motions when I'm podcasting.
Yeah.
I'm just like, see, obviously you understand what's happening.
And now I never have to mention it again.
You're also just here
you're
all the time now.
Oh, yeah.
This show, word balloons, fried squirms a few weeks back.
Hey, I enjoy your company and the podcast.
Also, thank you for editing your word balloons so we don't have to.
Oh, of course. It's a fun time.
I'm thrown off now by this every other week schedule.
Yeah,
I always forget.
I have not figured it out yet. I'm like, how do I do this podcast I've been doing for a year? What have we been ingesting?
What have we been ingesting? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I've done a lot.
It's been 2 weeks. It's really easy to do now.
Ooh, yes, this is the format. I remember it now, and now I'm gonna pocket.
You've been on this show like 3 times.
Yes, but I'm now. Now I'm remembering.
Okay.
So, yes. Do you want me to go? I'll start.
I don't care who starts.
Have at it, my man.
Let's start. Somebody start.
I just started watching through Batman Begins again.
Oh.
I've seen it multiple times, but this is but not for like at least a decade actually. And I also am watching through Doom Patrol because I finally finished Young Justice Season 3, which I've never seen, and it was awesome, and
Fantastic.
I want a Season 4. So yeah, I'm just working through all the DC content that's been added to HBO Go is essentially where I'm at.
How you liking Doom Patrol? Since that's like one of my favorite things ever.
You have like the hungriest look on your face right now when you're asking this question.
It is very good. I am wildly devastated that not more people are talking about it because it has an amazing banger of a cast. Like, what the fork? How... It's also just great. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not terribly far. I think I'm like 4 episodes in.
Okay.
I'm pacing myself a little slower. It is a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, no, it's emotional shit.
So I can't binge it as easily as I can some of the other stuff. So that's why I started Batman Begins just as a little a palate cleanser to just like kind of, which also weirdly dark too.
Doom Patrol, and I've never seen the show, but like reading the comic, it's always advertised in this kind of like almost upbeat manner for being like the least upbeat comic in the history of comic books.
No, they were all extremely damaged people.
Look at us, we're gonna die.
Yeah, freaking right. Like,
which I actually got really interested in watching it because of the random montage in a dream sequence in season 3 of Young Justice where Beast Boy is having, like, he's in a VR headset or something, or having some sort of brain meltdown, and he goes into his Doom Patrol days. And I was like, oh yeah, Doom Patrol. Oh yeah, that's on here. I'm gonna watch that too. So I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that Beast Boy was originally purple when he first appeared in Doom Patrol comics.
What?
Yeah. When Beast Boy first appeared, he was purple and was a member of the Doom Patrol.
I love this. That would be such a killer look.
And he
Agreed.
changed to green, and it's never explained why.
I'm imagining it's entirely a ink printing cost issue. That's normally why most of that happens.
Yeah. That's why Hulk is green now.
Exactly. But I don't know. That's me 100% guessing. I do like in the Young Justice TV series canon that he gets his shape-shifting ability from a blood infusion from a Martian.
It does explain a lot of it better than, he was bit by a monkey.
But also,
Just roll with it.
But literally in that same episode, with the same, they get into a weird thing with like, oh yeah, you think that was what gave you your powers? It was me, the monkey. I was here the whole time. The fucking monkey totem ghost person is there, and
okay, I super need to watch season 3 of Young Justice.
It's wickedly great.
Maybe the best season.
Yes.
Every season has its.
Yes.
There's bits.
That's
of
why it's
season
hard
1
to
I like
say
better than season 2, but
for sure. But it does some things, and it feels more arty.
Yes. Also, I felt it wrapped itself up in a very succinct way that I didn't need more, but I want more. Also,
4th season is titled Phantoms, I think, in the same way that this one was Outsiders.
Oh, is this happening?
They're working on it, sounds like. Perfect.
I'm excited.
Tyler, what about you? What have you been?
Finally finished Witcher 3. All done with that. Super happy.
This is a landmark moment in this podcast.
Super happy about it. It means that I can move on to playing other video games.
You've been saying that since like July.
Also, great news. I just started Witcher 3.
It's fantastic.
So we're going to keep hearing about it every time I'm
on. Maybe don't go as completionist as I did, because it'll take up a lot of your life.
Okay, then I won't do that.
I can't 100% games. I don't think I've ever accomplished it.
I wanted to 100% this one more, but it's just not going to happen. Nope.
I don't try it with every game. It really has to speak to me on like in my core soul. I've done it like 2 or 3 times. The last one in recent memory was Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
You 100%ed Odyssey?
If I didn't 100% it, I was like in the 98% range, and the last of it was just like, I'm not going to grind that last little bit because
it's a lot of games.
I could, but I did complete the entire map. I got all of it. I got real.
It's a lot of game. Binge through all of Lovecraft Country. I had watched the first few episodes, like 5 episodes before, but it had been a while. Did all of that. Re-downloaded Guild Wars 2. That's been fun. Been playing that a little bit. There was so much, and now I feel like it's slipping my mind. There's one big one that I'm going to wait to hold off for my recommendation. So
same.
It's okay. I haven't been doing anything that exciting because it's stuff that I have always been watching, reading, ingesting. You know, we've been watching a bunch of random Forge and Fire because someone gave me another streaming app that had that one on it. We watched a bunch of Doctor Who for a while. I'm accidentally rereading through Food Wars, Shokugeki no Sama. Like,
it's so it isn't like a bowl of fucking soup, of noodles soup. It's so refreshingly comforting sometimes.
I'm gonna say I read about them using like bacon cooked in red wine in that, and I was like, that sounds really good. But Cece doesn't like bacon, so I got like pork belly, pork belly or pork jowl. I don't remember which one, and cooked that in red wine, and it was fucking amazing. So Food Wars is. I laughed when Roar told me that Food Wars was gonna make me a better cook, but he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Which I saw a photo of the spread that you did, and it looked good. I wanted to munch, and I wanted to crunch.
Very little work. It was like a charcuterie board, but with stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
Spread it out is the solution to make it look fancy. But also, no, you're not wrong. Food Wars, it inspires a love of cooking in a way that I really enjoy.
It's, to continue the food analogs here, it's a comfort food thing too. Like, weird, stressful, 2021 being what it is. I'm just like, oh man, you know what's really nice? Stupid food-based shonen anime, like your manga.
Which, have you watched the anime?
I've watched the first season.
Yes, that I realized the loadedness of that question, and that it's bisected across like 4 different streaming apps because of licensing in the States, unless you... Even with the sub and dub versions, it's all over there.
The manga's already horny, but the anime is so horny.
Well, that's just because you get to actually see movement and like a 1-page spread of a cheesecakey type of thing of someone just like having an orgasmic experience enjoying a meal is leaves a lot to imagination. But when you get to see a 34-second little
hearing
vignette
it more
of it,
than anything too is the like you're like.
Oh yeah, the moans and cries of delight is.
I was watching it at my old house when I still had neighbors, and I'm like, I don't think I'm comfortable watching this while my neighbors' kids are home.
Oh, when I started it, I definitely had to not watch it with my roommates because I was just like, this is too horny to watch with someone that I'm not having relations with of that type. So yeah, no.
Food wars.
Food wars. I love it. It's great.
Any news for this week? Of course, I picked half the news. Why am I asking that question?
Okay, yeah. I mean, we have news every week. Of course we do.
Wait,
I had one
is that
other...
how that works?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah. I had one little personal awesome piece of news that has delighted me to no end this week that I wanted to just throw out because I'm so happy. I got my first fucking vaccine injection.
Oh my guy.
Congratulations.
How'd you get that? I mean, that's none of my business, but...
Being a person of color over the age of 16 in Montana.
Yep.
I'm glad that we do that, but god damn it, at the same time, I'm never going to get a fucking vaccine at this rate.
And at this point, I am just happy for everybody getting it because that means herd immunity, baby.
Yes. Mm-hmm. While I'm swearing about this, I'm not swearing that you got the vaccine. I'm just...
That's why I wanted to say it. I got it. Everyone, when you get your chance,
fucking
get
do it.
Thank you. I love you. You're the best.
So tired of wearing a mask every day. Everyone take your damn vaccines.
And it kind of weirdly leads into my my Reed Richards news item.
Four of the week.
In our Fantastic Four of the news. In New Zealand, amidst the precautions they took for COVID, flu virus circulation was reduced 99.9%.
Wow.
Damn.
Hot diggity. Forks. That's amazing. I don't know why I'm not trying to swear on this episode, but I feel like it.
There is a small hole in the data in which there's a lot of people that in this time period were probably only tested for COVID that in years past would have been tested for flu.
Still, like, that is, I mean, it's too high of a number to be entirely accurate, but it's still, like, even if it's half wrong, that's fucking 50%. That is...
It's like washing your hands and wearing masks is, good at stopping the transmission of viruses.
I honestly think that in the future, when we don't have to wear masks every time, if I'm feeling under the weather, I'm just gonna fucking wear a mask still.
Oh, 100%. And if anybody side-eyes me, I will buy a katana to cut them in half.
But it just backs us up if you're sick, stay home. Of course, that's not always a possibility with the shitty system that we all live in, but...
Capitalism.
Still, if you have the option,
do it.
Don't fucking grind it out.
Yeah.
Go home. Keep others safe. Keeping away from other people when you're sick and fucking washing your hands and doing this shit works.
Wearing a mask.
Please. Please. Over your nose and mouth.
Can you tell that we work at a grocery store? All three of us. You want to go with your Sue, or should I jump in one?
I mean, let's do your, get mad about.
Okay,
first.
yeah. While we're writing this Energy My Ben Graham, it's clobbering time. We're going to talk about both Gina Carano and Joss Whedon from their news this week.
Oofa
and
doofa.
I lumped it into one because I kind of wanted to get through this for fuck's sake moment of the podcast.
Which, yikes, yeah.
Gina Carano was fired from The Mandalorian for being Gina Carano. And
shared an anti-Semitic tweet of all the people that wanted to try to say that it was, I don't know, anti-big government. It was a cropped image of a very famous anti-Semitic, it's cropped down, but people know what it is. It's a dog fucking bullhorn.
Well put.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it kind of sounded like all she needed to do was keep her goddamn trap shut, and she would have gotten her own show.
Oh, I'm surprised she hasn't been fired so long ago. Based on, hasn't this been a thing for months? Basically, on Twitter, of people trying to get her to be kicked off the show.
Yeah, she's been getting increasingly,
but she hasn't
shittier.
done anything noticeably directly offensive. Just not enough to really topple it over yet.
Well, right after this happened, her representing agency also
her
dropped
agency
her?
dropped her too.
Oh,
Which says to me that she's like, that's what they've been telling her. It's just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
please.
That's all you have to do.
Your character's wildly popular. Even the people that don't like you like your character. If you stop talking, we can take you places.
Not saying you can't have your dumb, horrible opinions. You just can't spout them out online in public.
And now, literally, she signed on to produce movies for the Daily Caller and Ben Shapiro.
Woofa fucking doofa.
That will only be given, only shown to Daily Caller subscribers.
This is honestly...
Kevin Sorbo has a wider audience than this at this point.
Oh.
And he also got shouted down pretty well by Lucy Lawless this week, but...
Oh, I didn't read... She's done that many times, so
Yeah.
I don't know that specific one. But yeah, he's also kind of awful.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me want to watch through Xena, completely. I only watched through it.
Never really seen Xena. I saw a
it's
few
fantastic.
episodes when I was a kid.
Yeah,
And I've
same.
been really curious to see if I would like it seeing it now, or if I'd be like, oh, no.
I think I saw every episode of both as a kid.
And see, I've seen a grip of both, but I haven't seen all of it. I would definitely be more easily go to bat for Xena in retrospect.
Oh, yeah.
Than
Fucking
Hercules.
Kevin Sorbo didn't like Hercules.
Although the only thing Hercules has going for it, in my opinion, is Bruce Campbell.
Yes. The Prince of Thieves.
Exactly.
It's just Bruce Campbell, man. That's just a whole different thing.
Please, I never want to find out that he's a horrible person. I hope he's okay. I think
He seems like a pretty good dude, all told, from what I can find, but who knows? And then also on Shitty Dudes.
Yeah, speaking of shitty dudes, not that he is. We
Charisma
don't know.
Carpenter opened up about her abuse on set by Joss Whedon. There have been rumors about this for years. Decades. And
this is riding off the back mostly of the Ray Fisher stuff, too.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yes, that...
A lot of people were getting frustrated with that because specifics kept not being named and it kept just sort of being drawn out, and Warner Brothers did their best to sort of just sweep it all under the rug, and they're like, we didn't find anything, but suddenly Joss Whedon was off of a project that he had been helming for 5 years, and
Yeah, it's... And then a bunch of other people spoke up too. Writers talked about how he thought it was hilarious to make women writers cry in the writing room and stuff.
Basically, he's a cretin.
Yeah. And he's a cretin who got away with it because he did some pretty cool stuff for a while. And it was, again, pretty progressive for the 90s.
Yeah, at
early
certain points, I
2000s,
definitely
but-
would have claimed him to be one of my favorite creators.
Oh, absolutely he was. And in retrospect, this was all there. We just didn't talk about it 20 years ago the way that we do now, and it's good that we talk about it this way now, but also it's like, God damn it, I liked him. Just before this, we were watching a thing of people from The Flash singing the Firefly theme.
which is fantastic.
And they're amazing at it, and I still fucking love Firefly. But then they go, thanks, Joss, at the end, because he had just donated a ton of money towards some fundraiser they were doing.
Right?
I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
You also used to do a lot of really good things.
Yeah,
while being a shitty person.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah, it's very frustrating because I really, really love Firefly, and one of the first shows that me and my partner watched through together was all of Buffy.
And I'll still stand by the first Avengers movie. It's
yeah,
popcorn, but it's a baller movie.
Yeah. And Angel, as weird as it is very enjoyable.
I dig me some Angel.
I never watched Angel because I fucking hated him on Buffy because I was like, she's 17. You're...
Yeah. In retrospect, a lot of the stuff that they come up with in Buffy is way more problematic in hindsight.
Well, also, that was just a vampire. That's a vampire theme of falls in love with the teenager. And as we've gotten older as a society, we all went, oh no.
Yeah. But also some of the stuff about forgiving predators and abusers and stuff that just never sits well with me. Just still in hindsight, knowing this is more confirmed really doesn't sit well with me.
Well, I think one of the It's still really vague, but the statement and one of the things that came out of all of this is they had a rule on set where he couldn't even be alone in a room with Michelle Trachtenberg.
She was a teenager at the time, if I understand. Yeah. So, thanks, Joss, for being fucking terrible. God damn it, man.
Yeah, I hope you die on the toilet.
That's very specific.
It's my new curse for people that I don't enjoy. I hope they just like accidentally have a heart attack while pushing too hard.
Oh, so they Elvis it basically. Yeah, okay.
But then at that point, I'm cursing so many people that it's going to be just like a
Just a
It's
massive
going to be a lot of
toilet.
backed up toilets.
right.
Oh, God. Oh, that's awful.
I can make things a little bit happier.
Thank God.
Oh, please.
Our Sue Storm, possibly overlooked. I'm stretching it with possibly overlooked, considering who's involved with this project, but I also just wanted to make sure to be able to bring this up. They announced that Edgar Wright is going to be developing a new adaptation of Stephen King's The Running Man.
I saw this yesterday. I am so excited.
The Running Man
You
probably...
guys are going to laugh at me. Which one's the fucking Running Man again?
Arnold Schwarzenegger is, well, it's one different than,
Yes.
it's very different than the book. I haven't read the book, so I don't know exactly how it's different, but
I read the book just a month ago.
Oh, interesting. I remember you talking about this on Fried Squirm at one
The
point.
book is a lot grittier.
Yes. But basically he's on a television show of some sort where he has to survive, and this is the new judicial system somewhat.
The movie, it's a little bit more the judicial system, because he's like set up to take the fall for like killing a bunch of civilians. He was in the military and stuff.
And it's also bullshit too, because he's didn't actually do it. And
Yeah.
I remember I watched it a lot as a kid because it's Arnold
Schwarzenegger,
Exactly.
80s action.
This is going to be more based off the book, in which it's dystopian society with vast levels of income inequality, where this guy sells himself basically to be on this television a game, not necessarily The Running Man, but any of the games ran by the network, which is ran by the government, and they're all just fucking terrible things like we're going to throw a heart attack survivor on a treadmill and run them through a fucking stress test, and for every like 5 questions they answer while the speed is being increased, we give their family like $100.
So this is like that Doctor Who episode of like The Weakest Link and the Big Brother house, but all murder versions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I'm sure that's based off The Running Man, not the other way around, but just the thing I've seen.
Most of the games don't necessarily end in death, but they usually involve something bad happening with a possibility of death. But The Running Man is the most popular game, and you're getting hunted. And for like every hour you're alive, you get a ton of money, but you also have to like take at least 2 10-minute videos of yourself a day and send them in to be able to like, so basically so they have something to throw on the TV as the excuse, but they're tracking you with it and shit.
Interesting. That I don't remember that being a component of the movie as so much, because it's basically he's just like he's being constantly surveilled is the premise of the movie,
And it has an ending that has a lot different optics in post 9/11.
Ooh, interesting. I want to maybe theoretically read to this, but also very excited for Edgar Wright to anything.
See, the movie itself doesn't wildly appeal to me, but Edgar Wright almost always, like, stuff he makes almost always appeals to me. So
I'm in for anything he's putting his hands on at this point.
Yes.
yeah, basically, if anyone's going to do it right, I think, like, in a way that I would enjoy.
Also, a
it's probably
Stephen
gonna be
King
like him.
movie can get adapted into some really great movies.
Some really awful ones.
Or some really awful ones. But that said,
The original Running Man being both.
yes,
Fair.
but also, I love the crap out of Maximum Overdrive.
Yes.
And that's not a good movie.
No. He was doing way too much coke at that time.
Definitely.
Oh, so like 1980?
I don't remember for
Yeah,
sure.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't know where I was going now, but even his bad movies I still
Fair.
generally
Fair.
enjoy. But I'm also down for Edgar Wright, so hell yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, fuck yes, Edgar Wright. Everything Edgar Wright. Anyway.
Speaking of what's probably going to be a really bad movie, but that I'm going to super enjoy watching, our final news piece is they released the trailer for the new Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah.
And As
Ba-dum.
as we've discussed here, we're big Mortal Kombat fans on this show, and as someone who was a huge fan of the Christopher Lambert as Raiden Mortal Kombat from like 92 or whenever the fuck it came out, I am so fascinated by this like trailer. Like, it could go. I mean, it's going to be a popcorn movie no matter what. I'm not going into it expecting. The Godfather.
It better be a popcorn movie based on the trailer I saw, because if it's not, I'm going to be a little bit upset.
This is not what I wasn't looking for a slow contemplative piece on.
I'm just, it's all so many hints of so many things and so many characters. I'm wondering how they're tying it all together, being the guy who plays Mortal Kombat for the story.
Although, I mean, that's part of the reason why I played Mortal Kombat, yeah.
My question is...
Sad story, but it's amazing.
Who the fuck is Cole?
I looked him up. He's new. They created him for the movie, which is the most bizarre choice in a based off a video game that has like 80 characters.
I don't know. I feel like it feels like a game because every game they introduce a new character.
I guess, but like Liu Kang is right there.
You can easily add him to any future games.
That's fair.
My only rationale for this is that I guess you would then be able to have your technical like main character, not even if they are the main character, but like your audience cipher be someone you don't have to give a shit about because they're a new character.
Oh, he's the new Muppet from the Muppets movies that Disney made. Walter.
Or essentially just like someone that can allow the story to be driven without and then nobody has to steal focus. You can have. It's not then a Liu Kang movie. It's not then a Scorpion movie.
I'll give you that.
It's then a Mortal Kombat movie, and the main guy you're following is just some fucking random fighter.
That Liu Kang costume that they see very briefly is surprisingly video game accurate for Liu Kang. Like, you know, white gi and red headband. That shouldn't work in a modern day movie. But
I'm forgetting the character's name, but the woman who has the size and the really cool like monster mouth.
Melina?
Yeah, Melina.
That monster mouth looked dope. I'm very excited.
I just love that sentence. Thank you so much for that.
I can't wait to see a little bit better shot of Reptile.
Reptile's always been one of my favorites.
You get a second of him, but I want to see more of Raiden. Because I love Tadanobu Asano, and that's who's playing him.
Everybody seemed cast pretty young, it felt.
Other than Scorpion?
Scorpion
who was like he was about 50.
Man Scorpion.
Yeah. Scorpion, which like I by the looks of it, I'm guessing that little bit of like we see like a person tie a rope to a kunai by the looks of it, and I think that's supposed to be like an origin story of
Scorpion. I think that's Scorpion before Scorpion kicks it.
Exactly.
I think that might be Scorpion after. I think that's old man Scorpion that we see getting prepared for that fight that we see. I think he's given up being Scorpion by that time, and that fight that we sort of see with him and Sub-Zero towards the end of the trailer is a flashback to when he was young.
Oh.
That would be a lot to cram into a first Mortal Kombat movie.
What looked like we saw smoke for a second, which means that Bi-Han has already died.
You guys got so much more.
So you get to see Scorpion kill Bi-Han then.
With so much shit.
Yeah. See, I was just like, oh, Jax's arms look pretty good.
Right? They look so fucking ripping cool.
Yeah.
It's
also
Kano ripped out a heart.
No, but that's fucking Guardian from Supergirl that's playing Jax.
Oh my god, I forgot that was...
Yeah, he looks...
That was Jimmy fucking Olsen.
Shit, I need to watch this because I haven't seen it yet, but dope.
Yeah, that was Jimmy Olsen from Supergirl.
Superman's friend, what happened to you, buddy?
Well, his arms got shattered.
By Sub-Zero, yes.
Yeah, so I needed new ones.
Yeah.
That actually still sort of fits with Mortal Kombat versus the DC Universe existing.
Mm-hmm. Goro looked good.
I think everybody looked really good. We did talk about how it is a Warner property and that it's just going to easily just be, because of their deal with HBO, it's just going to be everything that's coming out is just...
Yeah. It would be really easy, just now that we have HBO Max easy access between the two of us, to just be like, well, General Nerdery is now a podcast about what we watched on HBO Max this week, but...
Which isn't the worst idea,
No.
but...
I mean, they do
Careful not to do it, because my
they
first
have
thought
a
was,
surprisingly
we'll do
long
an
shit.
episode of this.
Yeah. Fuck, they got some good stuff. I watched, they got some good stuff on there. That was, for Fried Squirms, the fucking thing that we did last week was on there.
Ooh. I watched some Teen Titans on it.
Which that's on my list to start too. Like
It is wildly different from Young Justice. It will not, like... You're going to give yourself whiplash if you expect a similar cartoon.
Exactly. So I'm going to pace myself. But yeah, no, I am very excited for that Mortal Kombat movie. Yeah. Sorry to derail that and then rail it back in.
No, thank you. That's
Also, it looks bloody as shit.
Yes.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Is it R-rated this time?
Yes.
Is it okay?
In fact,
Last one wasn't. So
we saw little snippets, but early in production, what they would say in interviews is that they're going for game-accurate fatalities.
Ooh.
that's going to be really like distracting at moments. Like story. All right, excuse me. I need to launch you into the sun real fast.
Well, if they only do like they'll probably only do I imagine six fatalities.
6 or 7 full-on fatalities. Okay, the one thing that bugs me, I think Kano seemed way too buddy-buddy with Sonya and Jax.
Was he on their side at one point and then betrayed them, or am I misremembering Kano because I don't really give a shit about him?
I don't believe he was ever on their side. I think he was always a member of the Black Dragon.
It looks like in this case he might have been like on their side and will inevitably betray them.
Because Kano's a dick.
Yeah, because he's fucking Kano. The literally only good thing about him is he has a laser eye, and that's just baller. Everything else, no.
Yeah.
Sorry, you
Think
got
about
out.
laser eyes.
You got out of my depth on the canon of Mortal Kombat, so I kind of
We did an entire episode on it, so I know more about it than like a sane person should.
I'd say 80% of my knowledge is based on the 90s movies, which I really enjoy.
Literally, the only thing I remember about Annihilation was Nightwolf felt kind of racist, and there was a mud wrestling scene.
Wow,
Oh.
I never thought about it, but you're definitely right, and I always felt that with Nightwolf, being a little bit racist. But yeah, no, you're right.
In retrospect, it's pretty bad. Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely bad in retrospect, but
I didn't even remember Nightwolf being in it. I just remember the travesty of Johnny Cage getting killed 5 minutes in, and then
he
James
didn't last 5
Remar is
minutes.
Raiden?
right? What? Oh, crap! I'm just remembering this.
Yeah, no, it's an awful movie. So no matter, I'm not going to say that. Almost no matter what, this movie is going to be an improvement on at least one of the Mortal Kombat movies, probably both of them. I'm still going to miss Christopher Lambert as Raiden because he clearly just had so much fucking fun doing that.
I'm going to miss Cary Fukunaga as Shang Tsung.
Yes, that they should have just continued.
Although
to use
he's a
him.
shapeshifter, so maybe he'll pop in for a second.
That'd be a good way to do a cameo.
And like Shang Tsung's been 900 a couple different times in
well,
the
and he
series.
still is voicing Shang Tsung in the video games.
Mhm.
I would love to just see a cameo from anybody from the other movie. Just like even if they show up somehow. I don't know how you work that in.
Robin's show just
like, what's up? Now,
Someone who won it in the past or something, and then it's the guy who played Liu Kang in the first one.
Oh, that'd be great.
Right?
Oh, if they like flash back to the great Kung Lao
Yeah.
and it's Liu Kang.
a great
Yes.
old person who Liu Kang's descendant who won the tourney before.
oh,
Or descendant, not ancestor.
oh, that would be so choice. I would love that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm so excited.
Let's
That's
take-
all we got for news, though,
Let's take a
right?
quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about other ridiculous popcorn movies.
Yeah.
Oh, dip.
Oh, dip.
That's what we're going with? Okay, yeah. Great.
This movie's fun. It's so fun.
It's really stupid, but like I knew what I was getting into with I'm going to watch a King Kong movie. Like a giant monkey movie.
A very enjoyable monkey movie.
Okay, let's set this
Sorry.
up.
Kong Skull Island.
Yes.
We decided to do this because a couple weeks ago, the trailer for Godzilla vs. King Kong came out, so we decided to do a Kong episode, and next week we'll do next time we'll do a Godzilla episode. Partly because none of us had seen Kong Skull Island when we decide to do this. Or I don't think.
I hadn't seen it.
I hadn't seen it. Have you seen it before this?
Oh, I've seen it before.
Oh, okay.
I think actually you were talking about the new Godzilla versus Kong, and I was interjecting with, have you guys seen Kong Skull Island? Because it rips ass. It just slaps. It's a very fun movie.
Why did I fucking sleep on this?
I don't know, because it's very
good. King
good.
Kong? Because it's like, King Kong's great, but let's be honest, at least 50% of the King Kong movies that have come out have been actively bad.
Yeah.
I loved the first one. Like, it was one of my favorite movies as a kid, but, like, the 70s remake or the fucking Peter Jackson one, those were not good movies.
Yeah. They don't hold a dear place in my heart other than, like, by name of, like, hey, King Kong's a thing. But that said, I always love a monster movie or, like, a big creature feature picture.
I'm really glad that creature features are becoming a thing again. Like,
yes.
giant monster movies.
So I guess that's also a really good place, though, to jump off. Like, Kong has been done before, and Kong's been around since, like, the fucking 30s or whatever. What's your guys' in on Kong?
I've seen every movie except for the Peter Jackson Kong, and that's just because it came out at a point in my life while I was not rich enough to go see movies in theaters, and I heard it was very long and boring, so I never sought it out. And
Kind of racist too, but yeah.
Oh, now I'm double not.
We'll talk about it.
But the original one I watched for my media arts program because it does a bunch of innovative. Crazy,
it's super
cool,
important historically.
Cinematography. And then I've seen the 70s remake once just because.
Doesn't he climb the two towers in that one? The Twin Towers?
I must have not. If that's true, I've not seen this movie.
I don't think so.
I thought there was one where he climbed the towers instead of the state building, but I could be wrong on that.
Editor's note. Zach was not wrong.
And then I always love it referenced in any time it's referenced in any other pop culture thing.
Curious, when you say you've watched it, does that include, like, because they did, like, Son of Kong. Have you ever seen any of those?
If I have, I'm going to say no. I'm just going to say no. In that, like, I think I might have seen parts of it, but not in its entirety. I definitely have leaned more towards the Godzilla side of this and the kaiju stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's more. There's more.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tyler, what about you?
I lean more Godzilla side.
Everyone does, honestly.
But Kong is super important. I've kind of talked about this over on Fried Squirms. When I was young, my intro to Fried Squirms is, if you guys only listen to this show, I also do a horror movie podcast. I didn't care about movies, or at least I didn't care about movies in the same way, but I was the kid that, like, lived in the occult section of the library, and eventually, after you get done reading all, like, the real creepy stuff and, like, all the conspiracy theory shit, then you get into stuff where it's talking, like, more meta about that stuff and how it's used throughout pop culture. And I already kind of had an in, like, I would watch, like, Power Rangers on TV, so that was, like, kind of my intro to, like, kaiju in a big way.
Yeah, wow, yeah, I never thought about it like that, but entirely, 100%. Holy crap, some stuff just clicked into place in my head. Sorry.
And then I remember reading this book, and it was talking about monsters on film. And that was both my introduction, like, I loved, like, vampires, so, like, Dracula, and like, seeing the way people were writing about this, like, the Universal monsters and stuff. And I was like, oh, wow, like, this is really important, and this is stuff that I already love. And then, you flip it, and then there's Godzilla, and Godzilla versus King Kong. And I'm like, what? These things fight?
Okay.
And people care? And I already love it?
Let's just get this out of the way real fast. Does anyone actually think Kong would win this fight? Even if you size him up to match Godzilla in, like...
Dude, this Kong? Are you fucking kidding me? Like...
Which this Kong, they do specifically say that he's still growing. Mm-hmm. And then it is...
That's why he's bigger in the upcoming.
Exactly. I mean,
I would have said
I
would
love
have
King
said
Kong,
no
don't get me wrong, but
until I watched this movie.
That I don't know. I want to rewatch Godzilla personally before I make.
so maybe we should talk about this next week.
I mean, Godzilla's got the
Next
atomic breath, but we'll talk about it next
Yeah,
time.
I feel like Godzilla has the power set to win. I feel like Kong's got the intelligence.
Kind of like Kong a little better. At least Kong.
This Kong especially. This Kong feels like, I feel like he is just a giant monkey who is just like trying to live his best life on this fucking island in seclusion, and he's just like has to deal with being basically a Cerberus to the gates of hell and making sure they don't file out into the goddamn world above.
I really like that this Kong, they didn't try too hard to make him look like a gorilla, like accurate to a gorilla. I mean, he's got all of the gorilla stuff, but he's got still like a human build, and it. You know,
Oh, he's got a thick ass.
yeah, it's very true. Every time that he walked away from the camera, either CC or I would make jokes about cheek slapping.
It was like, damn. Built like Dexter's mom.
Jesus. CC kept going on about how you can tell he's not a gorilla because he doesn't have a tuppus.
What's a tuppus?
A kind of like belly sack, kind of where the gorilla has.
Oh,
Yeah, because gorillas are entirely plant eaters. They don't eat meat. Which I did not know until yesterday. For some reason, I thought they were like chimps and ate just everything.
I mean,
but so like clearly Kong is not that.
Yeah.
But like the Peter Jackson one made him as accurate as possible to a gorilla, and it just didn't feel quite right. Like he's not a gorilla. He's an ape, but he's not necessarily a gorilla.
Which I always felt like the Peter Jackson was trying to recreate the original King Kong, the idea of the original King Kong movies, King Kong, but like thinking it was like they were going to try and make a gorilla, but they just couldn't do it right. So we're going to make a gorilla, but we're going to try and make a gorilla that they were trying to make, but we're going to do it better.
That movie was sort
Why
of
am I making
like
Peter Jackson transatlantic? Is he not? Is he not from New Zealand?
Yeah.
Because you're using the kind of like accent from movies at the time. The Peter Jackson one was pretty much a guy wants to make the King Kong movie. Like they have moments where there are actors who are saying lines from the original movie. But he decides the easiest way to make this movie would just be to go get the real King Kong.
I've not seen this one.
It's bad.
I've heard this, which is why I've not seen it. And then also, anytime I've ever tried to watch it, I realize it's long and I hear it's bad. So I'm just like, no, well, thank you.
I remember liking it the first time I watched it, but whenever I look back at it, the thing that I remember liking the most is the fact that Peter Jackson throws in a reference to the Sumatran rat monkey.
Which
Yeah,
is
okay.
a dead...
Dead alive.
Dead alive.
Yeah, brain dead.
Yeah, so that's good, but...
But this one, I don't know, I thought it was kind of clever not to use any of the original characters. Like, because no one's watching King Kong for the fucking human people.
That said, that is one of my only gripes with this movie is that it has such a banger of a cast. I don't honestly want to give a fuck about Brie Larson or Tom Hiddleston or...
I always give a fuck about John Goodman.
John Goodman, like I like all of these people. These are all great people, but like, can you trim the fat on that end of the story and just show me some more Kong, please? That's like one of my only gripes is that this movie is two great movies that is crammed into one movie, making it lesser.
I just was surprised by how much I did enjoy the cast, obviously because the like actors are all fucking great in it, but like, it's great. It's a monster movie. I didn't expect to give a shit about a single character, and I found most of them charming. Not like someone that I was wildly devoted to, but
not gonna lie, I
John C. Reilly.
cried in this movie. It's John C. Reilly's arc in this movie, specifically his ending. I was like, oh god. He got it back. He got back. He got it. He got his hot dog and a beer. So yeah, no, this movie, I love it. It's good. It's.
I have a like kudos and a critique about the John C. Reilly thing, but just John C. Reilly in this movie. one, kudos. I appreciate that they even have him say, he's like, I'm not thinking I'm going to get back together with my wife. I just want to like...
I literally just want to see her once.
Yeah.
I just want to get back to her. She's the thing I bet, like, it's his fucking...
Mm-hmm. And meeting the son and like, and that's very fair because fuck, what if she remarried? Like,
oh, yeah.
And super fair if she does too. Like, he's gone 28 years. I did find it weird that she immediately recognized him. Like, I forget people if I haven't seen them in like 2 years. And I know it was like her husband, but...
Who she did have a son with.
Yes, but we saw him when he was young and he did not look much like John C. Reilly.
Yes, you are very right.
He did look incredibly like his son, though, since it was played by the same guy.
Oh, was it? Okay, that's good.
Oh, that's... Okay.
That's fair. I'll give it that. My critique of this, and this is not so much like this movie in particular, but the fact that it falls into a trap that American movies do that bugs me, is they had these two people were enemies and became friends, and then we killed off the guy that's not white.
Oh, God, yeah.
Off screen.
I hate that trope anytime I see it. Thank you for bringing that up. That was one of the other things that really irked me.
And I love John C. Reilly's run in this, and I liked him with the Wakizashi. I thought that was kind of fun.
But, like, honestly, I wish they had trimmed some of the fat. There were so many fucking soldiers. So, like, honestly, they didn't have time for another character. But I wish they had gotten rid of those goddamn soldiers to bring out that fucking Asian soldier.
One or two less soldiers, so you could have... And then they could be basically, like, the old married bickering couple of, like, two old men. John Reilly would have fucking killed with that.
And then, for some reason, you end the movie with him going to meet his wife, too.
Sure.
As long
he
as
can come with to see John C. Reilly's wife. Exactly. He's been hearing about her forever.
As long as you still work in the shot, somehow, of... Tom Hiddleston in a gas mask cutting flying pterosaur-like creatures in half with said sword.
Cece was watching this.
Yeah,
going,
you don't have to defile a grave if he's not dead. He's just like, oh, hey, throw me your sword. And then he's like, okay, sure, Tom Hiddleston, here's my sword.
Because if somebody would have told me that happens in this movie, I would have watched it in theaters.
That was, like, as Cece put it, the most Mortal Kombat moment in a movie I've ever fucking seen. Like,
those bird creatures were legit, low-key, one of the best parts of this movie, because that shot of Samuel L. Jackson just basically seeing just like, oh, what a fucking hideous bird, and then he shoots it, and then the bird explodes, and then the tree behind it explodes, and it's not foliage on it, it's all of these weird reptilian bird lizard creatures.
Kind of pterodon looking motherfuckers.
Exactly. And I was watching this and Kat just looks over at me and just like, that was amazing. That was beautiful. And I was like, yeah.
It was. So much more time and effort into this movie than I really... Like, half the fucking MCU is in this movie. I mean, we've got Brie Larson, we've got Sam Jackson, we've got... John C. Reilly wasn't big, but he was in there.
Oh, yeah.
We've got...
Wow,
he was in
I
Guardians.
Yeah.
We've got fucking Loki hanging out.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like... Actually, this is going to bring up a critique I have, but not of the movie, but of the culture surrounding the movie. I was reading reviews of this movie.
Same.
And a lot of them were critiquing Brie Larson for being in it. And, like, some of the critiques were literally, like, right after making your big passion project movie, like, diving into a monster movie... might be embarrassing or something. And I'm like, one, fuck right off to fuck off.
Exactly.
Like, she gets to make whatever goddamn movie she wants. And I didn't hear a goddamn thing about, like, Tom Hiddleston doing that or Samuel L. Jackson doing that.
How is this not a passion project?
And
it's just a different passion.
Exactly.
Apparently, she had just done a movie that I think she, like, directed and starred in or something like that right before this.
Interesting. I'll have
like
to look up her
in
timeline.
between Captain Marvel and this. But you know what? She
Unicorn Store is the only thing I can think of,
I
which
have
also
no
has
idea.
Sam Jackson in it. It's actually very interesting, and
they seem to be buddies, and I like that.
Yeah, I love that.
But like, if you just finish a project that you're super passionate about, that you poured your heart and soul into, and it means a lot, why the fuck would you not want to go fly to Vietnam to hang out with Tom Hiddleston and Sam Jackson and make a fucking giant monkey movie? That sounds like the greatest summer of all time.
Right?
Like,
I thought, well, one, fuck yeah, I would do this in an instant. And also, two, fuck these people for that bad take.
Yeah, no, it drove me up a wall, and we've never really talked about Brie Larson on this show before, but
right.
I She's not my favorite actress, but I like her. I've never seen anything in her that I didn't enjoy.
She would definitely come on my, like, if I was building a top 10 list of, like, favorite actresses working currently. I can never remember the name of it, but it was it's a really, really great picture she did forever ago, before Rome. It's got a bunch of people in it that are just, like, super big now. And she's basically running a foster home for kids that are just, like, misplaced, or I don't remember.
Sounds hardcore.
It's super hardcore and it's amazing. And I was like, I'm gonna watch out for this actor. She's gonna do some great stuff.
I'll be honest. I've only seen some of her. The only three not Captain Marvel. The only three Brie Larson movies I've seen is this, Captain Marvel, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Which, yeah, she's also in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which I love her in that. She's also in Trainwrecked as the sister, if I remember correctly. And then she does, like, random, super, really good, intense dramas like Room, where she's just talking about, it's a movie about being a captive with her son that she's basically built a narrative around of, like, why they're being kept in this room his entire life.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And that's just the first third of it, and then they get out, and then the rest of it's dealing with the fucking ramifications of that. She's an amazing actress. So, like, she in this is, like, she's punching way below her weight.
She is. That's very true.
A lot of everybody is, but I feel like that's because this is a passion project. They wanted to do this.
They wanted to hang out with their buddies and make a monkey movie.
They wanted to go to Hawaii and fucking film.
Vietnam. They actually went to Vietnam for this.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mark Evan Jackson, who is in this very briefly, but he's, like, one of my favorite actors and one of those small-time actors. Not small-time. Mark Evan Jackson played one of the scientists.
Oh, he plays Kevin in
and he plays
Brooklyn
Kevin in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
And he's the judge in
Good Place.
Good Place, which also has Pillboy, who's one of the soldiers.
And he's on one of my favorite podcasts called The Thrilling Adventure Hour.
Yes, we've talked about this. Yes.
I love Mark Evan Jackson, but he talked about, like, getting to go to Vietnam and, like, being told, go get the chicken from this place. And, like, they got, like, and the, like, cook killed the chicken in front of him. He's like, whoa, wasn't expecting it. It's just apparently amazing. Like, it's just, people were having fun, and you can tell while watching this movie.
Which, from what I hear about working with this director, he is just a kind of chill, sweet dude. I like this director's work. I've seen a couple of his things. Most memorable is Kings of Summer, which is like he wanted to do, like, a coming of age summer.
Who directed this?
Vogt Roberts is his last name. I'm forgetting his first name out of Jordan Vogt Roberts. And I've just heard him talk about his creative process on a couple podcasts, and he just sounds interesting.
There's one thing I wish he was more chill on, and this is being stupid nitpicky, but
That's fair.
He got really weirdly pissed off at the CinemaSins video of this. Even though he himself participated in the honest trailers for this movie and actually went pretty hard on the movie himself.
It's easier to make fun of your own shit than to have someone else make fun of your shit.
Yeah.
It's...
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
But otherwise, no. He otherwise seems like a cool guy. And now, after having seen this movie, I'm way more confident in the Metal Gear movie because he's the one directing.
That's the other thing. Yeah,
cool.
he's been working on that for, like, 5+ years at this point.
There's references in this. This
is layered with references.
He threw in so many fucking references. In this movie.
There's an Akira reference on John C. Reilly's coat in this movie.
Wow.
And Steve Brule.
Yes. It is just, like, this movie is so thickly layered with references to culture, pop culture, and the self-referential of culture within pop culture. I think it's amazing to see a movie about Vietnam War that's less about Vietnam War and more about the culture around how pop culture sees Vietnam War. Like, this is basically it was a thing that I kept seeing in reviews, is basically talking about how this is basically the Apocalypse Now poster.
As a movie.
Yeah. With all of its vivid reds and yellows and...
So the Metal Gear shout out is that the helicopter unit's name is Fox, and then the boat, or was it the boat ended up being the Gray Fox?
Something like that,
I
yeah.
think so.
Which is a character from Metal Gear.
Okay, see, I would not have known that.
But there's all sorts of shit. Like, one of the mountains in the background is the mountain from the game Journey.
Jesus Christ. One thing I liked...
I do have a question, though.
Yeah?
Why is it called Skull Island?
In the original, it looks like a skull, and
No.
they do not a great job.
Like, I get that, but also, how the fuck would they know it looks like a skull enough to call it Skull Island when they literally... that's just a gripe I have.
Everything going on in this movie, and that's what broke reality for... I mean, I have my own thing on that one, too, so that's
It's like...
fair.
I thought about that when they finally showed the skull, because it's not a straight-on skull in this movie. It's the only from a certain angle, and you see it all line up. But that angle is way up in the sky.
You'd have to be in a helicopter to see this skull.
Gonna get that out there. When John C. Reilly's telling the story of the island, and they keep, like, shifting the angle until what looks like random designs is suddenly King fucking Kong.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking looked so cool to me.
So
That was so, like...
Yeah, that said, so, like, my gripe is that, like, this makes no sense, but fuck, I love it. It's so beautiful. It's just like, it's so good. You did a great job. It makes no sense, but oh, God.
All the Iwi's artwork was super fucking cool.
Yeah. Oh, my God, that, like, moving through to get different perspectives to build the story is amazing.
One of my favorite scenes, I think, in this movie was that. And which is surprising because it has a shocking lack of King Kong in it. But
Yeah. Well, other than, like, drawings of him.
but it just...
The production design on this movie is just absolutely stellar. It really sells it for me. The boat, the plot that they built, is very fun, and I love that that cobbled together aesthetic that is built for it. It's so gorgeous.
Holy fucking brutal fucking movie.
Oh yeah.
What?
It pulls no punches. It punches people directly into the ground with a giant gorilla fist.
I'm going to say at the same time, though, one thing I was expecting that didn't happen that impressed me was, in as brutal a movie as this, a surprising number of black people lived through it. Anytime a black soldier got grabbed, I'm like, well, the black guy died. That went farther, and then he keeps living. Like, I mean, Sam Jackson dies, but he
deserved
fucking earns it by that. And
I
Sam
hate
Jackson,
having to hate Sam Jackson.
Oh my God, I just got the fucking Icarus reference.
Flew too close to the sun.
Motherfucker just couldn't help himself. He just kept going. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Sam Jackson looked like he was having the time of his life making this movie. But, like, you know, it's a suspense movie where people are getting picked off. I was certain the black guy. And then, like, the people that I was automatically like, well, he's dead. No, lived through it for the most part.
The only person that I was like... this person's gonna die was a person that I just didn't know well as an actor. I was like, you don't seem famous enough and haven't made enough of an impact of it as being likable to
Was it one of the
survive.
soldiers? Or?
No, it was the naysayer. I forget his name. The guy who was saying we shouldn't fly over there. It's too dangerous. I'm gonna have common sense.
Doesn't he?
He does.
Okay.
He gets picked up by the
bird things.
The
bird things.
The leaf wings.
Yes.
I found out all the official lingo from the novelization.
Oh, excellent. That's amazing.
Wait, there's a novelization of this?
Of course there is.
I love it. Oh God, that's choice quality content.
And oh God, I think the slightly bigger ones are the terror vultures, something like that.
That's an appropriate name.
Nice. What do they call the? I guess in the movie they're called skull
crawlers.
Skull crawlers.
So the skull crawlers are still skull crawlers, except for the big one, the alpha, was supposed to have a name. Let me see if I have it.
Or no, that's the big one.
I should have saved this better. But
I like that Kong's the good guy in this one. Like,
I loved Kong in this.
everyone watches King Kong for Kong, so let's own the fact that, like
especially making him like essentially like a god to these people on the island. I really loved that narrative. It was super sad to see the graveyard of his dead relatives.
Yeah.
Especially after like getting the little bit of backstory of having had like, oh, they rose up to fight for them, and then just like, oh, but then they died, except for Kong.
coming from my white boy who lives in a small town in a very white state, this movie felt surprisingly unracist when it came to the villagers to me. And I don't know enough to say that it, but like compared to, again, I'm just going to keep beating on the Peter Jackson one.
I don't know. Same boat, very white, very, I lived in Phoenix, then I lived in Darby, Montana. So I understand my place and privilege and point of view in this world, but I feel like it didn't scream problematic to me.
Yeah, that might be a better way.
Nothing about it was it didn't throw up any red flags for me.
The natives in this movie, in the King Kong movies, are traditionally portrayed as kind of like dirty savages who kidnapped the blonde girl to sacrifice to their monkey god. And just listen to that sentence and think of how problematic that is. So choosing to just not do that and not force Brie Larson to just be a damsel in distress,
yes,
she stands in her own right in a way that doesn't usually happen with giant monkey gonna save you movies.
The Alpha Skullcrawler was supposed to be named Ramarak.
Ramarak?
Ramarak.
Like Ragnarok?
Ramarak. Car Ramarak.
Yeah, I did enjoy this is just an update that I feel for the most part was just solid. If my problems are any of my problems with it is you have too good of a cast, just filling up too much of your time, taking away from me getting to see Godzilla being not Godzilla, King Kong being just a big cool Godzilla. I keep doing that.
King Kong being a big cool Godzilla.
I'm just too eager for them to fight.
Godzilla.
Go Godzilla. No, I'm my gripes with this movie is that you did too cool of things here, so it sometimes doesn't logically make sense to me, but also it doesn't take away from anything of this movie.
I was sad I never got to see him punch a T-Rex. Oh, that is classic King Kong.
Because this Skull Island didn't actually have any dinosaurs.
Oh yeah,
we have a giant,
other than
giant Triceratops skull,
somewhat prehistoric. Well, yeah.
Hollow Earth theory, and they're coming out.
Mm-hmm.
The Hollow Earth.
Yeah, the bird were a little bit prehistoric-y.
They looked like pterodons. I mean, like pterodons from someone who didn't want to actually look up what a pterodon looks like.
Which, I guess they're just making the argument that, these were the ones that could survive in this area.
It's been 65 million years. They've evolved.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. Do you know what the water buffalo things were called?
I bet that's a harder one to find. I did see it at one point, but I'm not going for it right now.
I really enjoyed those. I thought those were super beautiful.
That was some Breath of the Wild shit right there.
Hell yeah.
There's just there's so many fucking references in this movie though.
So
Joseph Conrad was Hiddleston, or James Conrad was Hiddleston's character's name, reference to Joseph Conrad for Heart of Darkness, which was adapted into Apocalypse Now. Brie Larson's character's name was Mason Weaver as a reference to Sigourney Weaver.
Nice.
Just because Ripley was such a badass and Vought Roberts wanted to be I want to shout out Sigourney.
Yeah, I feel like she was never really a damsel in distress. She was just occasionally in distress because she's getting some shit done. She had to go throw off a flare.
She gets thrown in the water and Kong has to grab her is her only damsel in distress moment.
And that's she fell off a mountain by the look of it into some water, and he was there to help. It wasn't Hiddleston was going to pull her out otherwise. But
there was no this time beauty killed.
Exactly, which I very much enjoyed.
You mentioned the Kaneda jacket, Akira.
It's good for your health.
Steve Brule, the Japanese guy that unfortunately died. His name was Ikari. Not actually that common of a Japanese surname, but as a shout out to Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, Shinji.
Nice.
That fight scene between the two of them I was not expecting and was beautifully shot.
Which one?
When the two planes crash and
right.
Akari and
Riley
fight.
I love this opening. The opening of the plane crashes to just the running through the woods. They're just or the jungle, they're just like completely unaware of where they are entirely. They're just like, we're still at war, and then just like plop plop, King Kong's here, baby.
This movie had a couple of references, and I'm not 100% sure they're on purpose, to DC's The New Frontier, which is a comic by Darwin Cook. Because the opening scene of DC's New Frontier is the losers, who were a World War II like mixed unit, getting stuck on Dinosaur Island. And some of that opening fight scene had a few references to it. And at the point where, what's his name, Chapman? The crazy soldier guy?
Was he crazy?
Not crazy. The one that like thought that the mouse taking the thorn out of the lion's paw story ended with the mouse murdering
that's not
him.
Chapman.
That's not
Chapman's
Chapman.
the one who's writing the
Dear Billy.
Dear Billy.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do know who you're talking about. That oh my god, can we talk about that guy, his death for a moment?
Yeah, that scene in DC's New Frontier, the main character, the last of the losers, takes out a Tyrannosaurus by flicking open the grenades and jumping into the T-Rex's mouth. And instead, they just tail swiped him into a wall. But that was straight up out of Darwin Cook's comic.
Brutal movement in this movie. Oh my god, that hurt me so hard. I was just like,
live good lives. And you're like, no, nameless guy.
Oh god, your loss was for nothing.
For absolutely nothing. Like,
at least get it like I would have if I was I'm never going to be the type to do that move, but I would have thrown one first to anger it to try and bite me. And then at least I tried to hit it besides giving up immediately.
Or at least run at it so you don't give it a chance to just sit there and be like, what the fuck's it doing? Make it like react right away.
Yeah, don't just like offer yourself up. Make it try and like work for its food a little bit, but also kill it.
they did a pretty good job with the soldiers, showing like that these people had a real bond as opposed to usual soldiers in this movie of like, they tell them they have a bond and then we kill them too fast for it. And why they follow Samuel L. Jackson as long as they do
is only reason because they
showed that bond,
yes,
that it works.
Props to Eugene Cordero for seeming so fucked up after the helicopter attack. He acted his ass off after that when they were all sitting there fucking stunned and shit.
Yeah.
Which one is Eugene Cordero?
Relis?
Oh, yeah. Like, are we seriously not going to talk about this?
Oh, man.
Dude, how have we also not talked about the fact that the dude from...
There's so much to talk about.
There's so many people in this movie, but the dude, I forget his name right now, but the guy from Straight Outta Compton's in this movie, too. As John Goodman's like side partner who actually survives.
Because I felt like him and the Asian lead lady were underused.
Oh, entirely.
And there's just no time for them. There was too much.
They were there so they could be in the post-credit scene, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. And they were more interesting in the post-credit scene than they were the entire movie leading up to this.
Not just that. International markets. What's her...
she did feel like a China product placement.
Jing Tian. Her character got an entire character poster for the release in China.
Oh, wow. Wow. That must have been disappointing. Because she is not in this movie. She showed up at one point and I was like, wait, who is this lady that did not get introduced and is now just spouting off just dialogue?
And I definitely don't want to like insult the actress over it. She was just given no moments to work with.
Right. Yeah.
Same with it. Like, so, I mean, if there were sequels, having them bring in, again, the person that they have him interacting with is John fucking Goodman. So that's just, like, unfair to ask of people.
Which, yeah. Yeah, no, they do a great job with what they're given, but, like, they were miscast. I think they should have gotten no names, if you ask me, or someone, made them less of a pull.
Make them... If they're not going to be important characters, don't hype them up like they're like. Don't make them feel like they should be.
Because they have that exchange on the plot where she's opening a can and he's just like, let me open it for you, and then he cuts himself, and then she's just like, you dummy, let me open that for you. Like they took time out of the story for these people, but not enough to make me actually care about them until the very end of the movie. But even still, this takes place in the 70s? They're dead. They're not coming back.
Yeah, we're not getting them in Godzilla versus King Kong, which takes
if we
place in
are, they're going to be
2019.
aged up somehow.
You could have done that scene with Brie Larson and Tom Hiddleston's character, changed no moment of that scene, and had it work, and would have had it give more time to other actors. So they kind of felt like, we need to have representation in this film, so let's shoehorn in a few more characters, as opposed to just giving more time to some of the other characters with representation already. Like,
yeah, you're not wrong.
and I already said that, there are parts of this movie, like, let's not immediately kill all the black people, that I really appreciated that they just, like, didn't do, but critique where it lays.
I fucking love this movie a lot more
It's
than I
so
thought.
much fun, though.
It really slaps.
I was way more excited for next episode because I know how much I love King of Monsters.
Just like that. See, and that one does what I want, in that it's just like, it's monsters fighting. Like,
and I thought this
the
came
majority
before,
of the
and I
time.
thought this came before. There's no way. Like, they've been getting better every time, right? So like, this is going to be the in between, and I'm probably going to like it middling as much. It's like on par.
See,
It's
that's
just
good to hear,
missing
because
King Ghidorah.
I was a little less excited for next week's movie, because I'm like, there's no way I'm going to enjoy two giant monster movies on the same level. Like, damn, I think I watched the one I like better first. And that might still be true. I don't know. I'll find out. But
There is a small reason though why I was kind of happy I never did go see this in theaters, because I would not have wanted to shit myself in public with that stinger and actually seeing the images of Rodan and Mothra.
that was pretty cool.
And King Ghidorah.
The like post-credit scene.
yeah. That post-credit scene, my God, that really, really, I feel like it, for me, is one of the more successfully done credit scenes.
Universe
in
builders.
Yes. Of just like, oh, you were watching this movie? Get ready for more.
The only one I can think of that really landed better immediately off the top of my head was the first Iron Man one when Nick Fury popped up. And that one is
The
not
Avengers Initiative.
That's
Literally-
not a big moment.
Literally
But
the thing I was thinking of too. But yeah, no, it does a great like small moment of like being understated, but also setting up so much.
And outside of Marvel, they're usually so bad at doing that.
Yeah.
And even Marvel's a little hit and miss, although they're very willing to be like, we don't have anything to set up yet, so we just had this funny scene. Like,
We got Chris Evans, and he's gonna joke for you.
It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not devoted to post-credit scenes, but when they're done well, they can be a lot of fun.
I did almost shit myself in this movie, though, when they made a reference to Cannibal Holocaust with the dude getting impaled straight down through the body.
Oh God, that scene.
That was brutal.
That was brutal. And also, were those the ants that John C. Reilly talks about
No,
later?
that's the mother long legs.
It was pretty much a daddy long legs made out of bamboo. It looked like
Which,
it was. I watched this on a tiny screen, which is infuriating for fucking watching King Kong. By the way,
We've got to get you internet.
I'm fucking working on it, my dude.
That was like that's one of my favorite things about like the creatures in this movie. The giant, the stick bug.
The log bug.
The log bug.
I was certain that guy was going to end up riding the log bug the way it picked up, being like, "Oh, you're not a danger."
And then
all right,
like,
we're going to fucking ride you
it
until like
just
catch up.
writhes in pain like it's a good thing, and I'm just like it's not like it's a good thing, but like it's a good creature that it shouldn't be feeling these pain. And I was like, oh God, it's good. Don't hurt it. I wanted it to be its best friend, but like so fucking rad. All of the creatures in this movie were super cool.
Even the skull crawlers, which I usually don't care about the like whatever weird demon thing they have to force back.
That's a snake with arms. That's a snake with some jacked ass arms.
and a skull head. Yes, that's horrifying.
I love it.
I don't like snakes, so that is well done.
The inspiration, the two-legged lizards from the original Godzilla that
I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
No Face and Cubone.
Oh, I see the Cubone for sure.
I can kind of see the no face as well. Like it's God, this is just. I I'm always mixed when they're like, a fan is making the movie, because it's so easy for it to go wrong when
Yeah,
they lose
because I'm a
sight of
fan
it.
and I'm an asshole.
But this is the kind of like a fan making a movie that I appreciate, because he's still trying to make a decent movie and is willing to make changes. He just wants to add references everywhere he can, but doing them like small.
Yeah, in a way that doesn't subtract from the story. I think that's probably because of that like mindset is probably the reason that we have too many, in my opinion, too big of a cast.
Mm-hmm.
But
we also had Sam Jackson saying, "Hold on to your butts."
Oh, which hell fucking yeah, we do.
Dude, some of these people were second choices too.
Oh my goodness. Who was second choices? Can I please get this?
Let me see here. Sam Jackson was a second choice.
Oh my god, and he's brilliant in this.
Let me see real
Way more
quick.
pathos than you would ever expect from. I mean, not from Sam Jackson. I get that, but like from
he's
a King Kong movie.
He's the person that I think you could not do this movie without, in my opinion. Like for like big name actors of who they cast, like I can't see anybody else being in that role, in my opinion. And I feel
it'd be hard.
Feel like with that role, I don't think you could have done it differently.
So
Personally.
Sam Jackson's character was going to be J.K. Simmons.
That's funny, but Sam Jackson fucking owns that much better.
Yeah, yet much better.
Although J.K. Simmons could have delivered that original, like, what were we even here for scene pretty well, but I don't think he could have pulled off the action levels the same way.
Yeah, like the getting basically his deaths, I don't think he would be able to get it as well.
Although he's from here, so I just love J.K. Simmons.
Oh, he's great.
As a Montana boy.
And John C. Reilly was second choice behind Michael Keaton.
Ooh.
I think Keaton could have done it. I'm really glad they went with Riley, though. I thought Riley did. This is one of my more preferred performances out of Riley, who I think is funny, but he does a lot of bad movies.
I feel he does a lot of movies. He's
just the last movie I thought of him being in was that fucking Holmes and Watson movie.
Oh,
so
which
like
is insufferable. Insufferable? I don't know.
It's too bad. A Sherlock Holmes comedy could have been really
could have been really good. I feel like the problem was that they needed to do it with any other people but
Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly are not who I would choose for that.
Which like they were trying to find like who's today's Laurel and Hardy, which
the tree trunk creature is a spore mantis.
Spore mantis. It did very feel mantis-y.
It's cool.
And then there's the Meyer squid, the fucking Kong ate up.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Anyway, they gave him some really fucking cool names for them never being used in the
That's a popular thing to do with these, because they're like, we're going to sell toys of the Meyer squid. I don't know if they did a toy run for
I don't
this
know
movie.
either.
Even if you don't do toys, I feel like it's just like from my limited experience of having done production design, like giving stuff names like that just helps with visualizing it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And separating them for just talking about stuff. It's like, oh yeah, the scene with the spore mantis versus, the log bug guy.
Before they named King Kong, like the original movie, they were just calling it, I think, like Untitled Giant Terror Monkey Film, which sounds like a fucking crossover with Untitled Goose Game, which I desperately need.
Oh god, the sequel is Untitled Terror Monkey Movie. And it's you're controlling.
Isn't that
Kong.
Rampage?
Like Rampage, but with like the look and like music style of Untitled Goose Game. Like that'd be amazing. Oh my god, I'd play that game forever.
That'd be fun. Speaking of Rampage, that movie also.
You said it was also much better than it had any right to be.
Exactly. I'm nowhere near as good as this movie. If it comes down to watching Kong Skull Island or Rampage, watch Kong Skull Island. It's much, much better. But yeah, Rampage was weirdly fun. Good popcorn movie.
The Rock is charming. Is really what it is, I think.
Yeah.
I get the sense that he's probably not super likable in real life. I don't know, but...
Yeah, anybody who has to work out that much is not necessarily...
That's not here nor there, though. I'm just being mean to people I don't know on a podcast.
I'm sure he's his own cup of tea. I'm fine on that particular cup of tea. That's where I land there.
I loved him in Moana.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
This movie's fantastic.
Great.
I'm going to watch this again. Probably soon. I'm probably gonna have it on in the background during something soon.
It's very good background too, because it's just like check it. Like I just check in, just like, oh hey, yeah, Kong's just beating up that giant thing, and he's got the motorboat engine thing now, and he's just like really slicing them up.
All right, we're gonna spend time with the people. Cool. Back to my art project.
Okay, back
and
to
getting noisy. Cool. Time for a break. Let's watch
Hiddleston's talking. Normally, I'm into this, but not in this movie.
Hiddleston was so clean throughout this. Like everyone else gets like, dirty, muddy, all that. Hiddleston
got fashionably dirty.
He's that good. He knows how to do his job and only get kind of dirty.
I do kind of want to see the version of this movie where they just listen to him all the way through.
Oh, because they would just like go to the
and
North
it goes
Shore
infinitely
and just,
better
like,
immediately.
Yeah.
Like
everybody doesn't die except for the people who died.
Actually, you could still have a pretty exciting movie that way of just the things they encounter on the way and not have to deal with people making dumb decisions to drive forward, like, the drama.
Yeah, you literally just put the Skull Crusher, Mega Skull Crusher, whatever, I forgot its name.
Ramrak.
You put its exit from the Hollow Earth on the North Shore where they're supposed to meet up.
Yeah.
And Godzilla, King Kong. My apologies. I keep doing this.
No, I understand.
I'm too excited.
It might be King Kong, but Big G is king of the monsters.
Exactly. I'm just too excited for Godzilla.
Okay, Kong is God.
But King Kong, he just comes to save the day. You just do that, and then you don't have to have... But also, I do like the narrative of Sam Jackson just being like, I can't lose this war, too.
Yeah. It's a surprisingly anti-war movie throughout the whole thing.
Which gets my vote, please.
Yes, I'm very into anti-war movies. I just... wasn't expecting it when I turned on Kong Skull Island. I was expecting actually a lot more like kind of fanboying on the troops than we got. And this did a pretty good job of like
humanizing them.
Yeah, humanize the troops. These troops are good dudes that are going in thinking they're doing good, but like war's dumb.
The
and you get
anti-war journalist line was a little corny, but
I liked it. It defined her pretty quickly.
Yeah. It sets the stakes for her pretty sharply.
And she never... Well, we already mentioned she never really goes damsel. And, like, from that point on... Like, from that moment on, you're like, all right, that's gonna happen. Like, we... Also, I was so glad, like, when they threw her in the water, I was like, oh, they're gonna pull her out. And it's gonna be a very wet t-shirt moment. And they didn't do it.
No.
And then she didn't kiss Tom Hiddleston, which they had, like, chemistry through it. But
close,
it was all, like...
But...
I prefer the hug at that moment, not because, like, kissing, but...
It's like, you guys just met.
You guys just met, and you've got some shit going down right now, like... And for people who don't like the romance subplots, the hug is still a very, like... I just almost died and was saved by Kong. I need some human contact right now. Like...
Also, like, yeah, she was just in the water, but when she actually got put back down onto shore... That wasn't water she was spitting back up. She had also just been down in Ramarak's stomach.
Oh, yeah. She'd be dead.
Oh, yeah.
She would not have survived any of that fight. But...
Yeah, she would have hardcore have died at multiple points just due to the, one, lack of air, two, Kong would have definitely crushed her at multiple points.
Three, the whiplash from the way that
just the inertia of that whole thing. I thought this at multiple points. It was like, yeah, she's dead. Oh God.
I had like looked down for a second. I'm like, did he put her down real quick? I don't think so. He's like,
does Kong have does he have superpowers where he can just like
force field fist
cushion people with his palms?
I don't like where that sentence is going.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna just stop with it because.
But yeah, no, she'd be dead. But as ridiculous as it was, I appreciate that it wasn't like, let's sneak a nip slip through a wet t-shirt moment.
Very unhorny movie. I don't think there was like any...
Which is unusual for popcorn giant monster movies. I don't know why giant monster movies always have like such a horny element to them, but...
Yeah.
At least American ones.
Mostly because most American directors have a super male gaze, and this one just didn't seemingly have that hardcore of that. For me, at least. Although that said,
no, it seemed to give at least again, yes, very male saying this doesn't have a male gaze is a very dangerous thing to say.
Yeah, so.
But it seemed to be at least as horny for Tom Hiddleston as it was for Brie
Oh,
Larson.
it felt
Which-
way more horny for Tom Hiddleston.
Which
I was gonna
I am-
say, as little horny as this movie gets, the next one gets super horny with Charles Dance being in it.
Fair enough.
I don't know who Charles Dance is by name.
We'll find out next week.
Tywin Lannister.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Okay. I don't mind movies being horny, particularly if they are equally horny both directions.
Oh, my recommendation for the week is very horny at points. So, like, I have no problem with horniness in any
We were
of my
just
media.
talking about Food Wars, obviously.
It's weird to me when it's averted more so than violence is averted at points.
Yeah, I'll give
like
you
I don't get
100%.
that. So, like,
I can shoot someone in the head, but I can't show a nipple.
it's wild. I don't get that. I don't know.
Horny is okay. Objectifying horny is problematic.
Yeah, that's my threshold.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on this movie before we, any last thoughts before we dive into recommendations?
It's good. You should watch it if you haven't seen it.
I feel like that's what our closing thoughts almost always are, except for Wonder Woman, which is we know it's bad, but you'll still have fun.
If you have any problems with it,
It's fair.
You're probably right.
Unless your problem is Brie Larson, which people had, which was dumb. I think it's because she once said in Captain Marvel, like, this movie wasn't made for men, or like, we need to stop making so many movies for men. And I was like, that's true. But part of the internet just fucking lost their mind.
And then she just I get that. I understand where you might reason that argument. I think it's a dumb argument.
Yeah, don't be sexist.
Hey, let this woman do her fucking job so she can earn a goddamn living. As long as she keeps making good movies, I have no problem with this.
There's plenty of male gaze movies. Like, we can make some action movies that aren't.
There's also just like a whole pornography industry, if that's your bag too. Like, we can keep them pretty separate. We can even mix them too.
Now I'm sure there's a Kong, like, Bone Island or something.
Oh,
and I
there's-
just don't
yeah,
wanna-
There's
Definitely.
so many.
But I mean,
porn
like,
parodies.
for this specific movie.
King Dong. Yeah.
What's our recommendations, guys? If you say King Dong, I'm going to hit you.
I recommend King Dong. You didn't say you would hit me. Loophole. Actually, no, I do have a recommendation that I'm very excited about.
Go ahead.
It's a movie that I watched for the first time this week. It is called Tampopo. Tampopo.
I think I've heard of this.
It's on HBO. It is in the Criterion Collection. It came out in 85, 86. I'm not 100% on that, but it's for sure one of those years. It's about a noodle shop owner who basically is going... She's like basically endeavoring to create the best bowl of ramen she can create and like save her store. In the regards to Food Wars, it is thematically all about food and cooking, and it is absolutely the most fascinating bit of storytelling and like filmmaking that I've ever seen, in that it's unlike any other movie I've ever seen there, where it has like this through line narrative of this noodle shop owner who meets these truckers, and it's like who have like experience eating a bunch of ramen, so she's like inquiring with them to like teach me, show me in your spare time whenever you can come by, show me. But like that's the main story. But then there's these random vignettes of just food related content. Some of it exceedingly explicit and, well, not explicit, but just like very horny, but like very, very horny to the point of uncomfortableness. There's this particular part that like made me want to almost yak, but that said, I still love this movie. But like
Quite the recommendation.
all of the random vignettes are just like thematically tied together by the theme of food/cooking. And it's just like a love letter to people who love to eat and cook and eat to live. And it's also narratively wise structured like a American Western. Like
okay.
all of the archetypes and plot points basically fall into like an American Western style like narrative subplot, except for the weird vignettes. Those are a little bit more just like off the beaten path, but it's very funny. It is very interesting, and I want more people to see it because I have weirdly not ever heard about it before this year, and
I think you were the first one to tell me about it.
it's awesome. I love it.
Taylor?
Yeah, okay. I want to preface this by saying this might be the highest recommendation I have ever given on this show.
Oh.
I super underrated my recommendation for this week. Go ahead.
I'm going to recommend the TV series Ted Lasso.
Okay. Yes.
I don't know it.
You're the first person to do it in person, but you're the umpteenth person I've heard recommended on a podcast.
So to set up the show, back in 2013, when NBC Sports was first going to start showing Premier League soccer games, they ran a commercial to promote that, where they got Jason Sudeikis to play this character of Ted Lasso, who is an American football coach who gets hired to be a Premier League soccer team coach. And the commercial...
I remember this.
Right, the commercial primarily focused on him being like a fish out of water character. Fast forward 7 years, it gets turned into a television show for Apple TV.
The entertainment industry is wild.
And I'm not sure if I've ever had a TV show feel like it was giving me a nice warm hug, but the whole point of Ted Lasso is it's the same thing. He's an American football coach who has been hired to become a Premier League soccer coach because the current owner of the team is trying to get back at her ex-husband after going through a bitter divorce by intentionally tanking the team.
Kind of a major league shenanigans type of move.
But the inspiring and amazing part is the character of Ted Lasso approaches his entire life and all the adversity thrown at him through the course of the series with unending kindness and optimism. And him and his assistant coach just gradually win over everyone in their lives and genuinely try to make everyone around them the best versions of themselves that they can be.
So they're Steven Universe.
Yes, I love it. The only hindrance is that it's an Apple TV show, so I have to figure out how to watch that.
Yeah, I might have pirated it.
I will definitely maybe just get a month-long trial of Apple TV and just...
I really like Jason Sudeikis, too, so...
Which, he's great. He can act his fucking ass off, if you ask me. Between him and Colossal... And Sleeping with Other People, I think is the one he did with Brie Larson.
That looked good. He was charming in 30 Rock.
Oh yeah, he's I think highly underrated as a ability to do good dramatic acting, but also just do good acting and characters.
Well, and I'm looking this up. It was developed by Bill Lawrence, who is, he did Scrubs, which is one of my favorite sitcoms of all time.
I like Scrubs.
I have watched this the first season entirely 3 times in the past 2 weeks.
Ew.
I've recommended to a shit ton of people. The 3 people that I know that have started watching it, 2 have already finished the first season and are starting in on their second rewatch. One of them came up to me personally to thank me for the recommendation. Because he was like, I did not realize how much I needed that in my life this weekend, and it really helped me through.
It's been that kind of year that if you have a thing that's feel good, everyone's you fucking share it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Just give out your feel good request.
That's why I keep going back to the Great British Baking Show.
It's why I watch through. It's why I want to rewatch through a couple of animes that are just oh yeah, comforting. Yuri on Ice is the one that came to mind.
So. My recommendation is not nearly as deep as either one of these things that we're talking about. I'm going to go with The Adventures of Barry Ween, Boy Genius by Judd Winnick. It is a comic. I might have recommended it before. It was, when I was a teenager, one of my favorite comics of all time. It is definitely showing its age. The description it got at the time was Dexter's Lab meets South Park, but I think that really understates the... good character development that they can do in this comic. The comic is pretty horny, but in a, these kids are just entering puberty. Of course they're horny kind of way. Not sexualizing kind of way.
Yeah.
That is a hard line to toe, if you ask me, and too often it is not the right way.
And some of these kids definitely have access to porn, but, there's the girl that he has a crush on, and she is never sexualized, even if they will go on weird, random tangent conversations about boobies. Like, so as someone who really doesn't like South Park, I really like this comic. It shows that it was written in, God, I was in middle school, so like 2000.
Okay.
But it's well done. It's got good feel moments. It's got a giant monkey in it, which is what made me think of it.
Hell yeah.
He's kind of Gorilla Grodd-ish at the same time because he has psychic powers. Like,
Shit, Young Justice did have a giant monkey in it.
yeah, Gorilla Grodd.
Giant monkeys are everywhere. You're right. We had to do this episode. Fuck.
Monsieur Mala?
I mean, Monsieur Mallah, who is the super intelligent monkey who is in love with the brain. Titano, who was a kryptonite-powered giant monkey that Superman fights. Batman had a monkey that worked with him for a while called Mogo the Bat Ape in the 50s. Like,
Wonder Twins, didn't they have a...
Gleek.
Yeah, Gleek.
Monkeys are everywhere.
Plus, we sent one into space because they're like us.
And that one we actually brought back. We brought a few things into space that we didn't do great about, but like the monkey we took care of.
R.I.P.
Now I'm all scared of the apocalypse again.
I kept thinking of Planet of the Apes, but I haven't seen the most recent one, so all I had was like old ones, which are all kind of universally bad.
But amazing.
I've heard the newer ones are good.
Great.
I've only seen the one with James Franco.
The
That's
newer
the
ones
first of
are
'em.
great.
Oh, fun.
Well, we'll have to do an episode later on it.
I'm biased. I love Planet of the Apes.
Where we'll watch every single Planet of the Apes movie.
Watch
That's
every
like 15
single.
of 'em.
I will watch the television show. I will.
There was a another time, guys.
Okay, so we'll just you build up the syllabus for what we need to watch for Planet of the Apes.
For Noob Island season 2, Planet of the Apes. God. Noob Island should be coming out soon.
Soon. I was doing some work on it actually right before we started recording.
Perfect.
And I started editing season 2 of Word Balloons today.
There's all sorts of shit coming out, guys. It's so good.
We're getting things done now that
Wheels are turning.
things are happening. I've gotten poked once. We're coming out of these dark days.
Stress levels are still real high. But join us next time to help reduce the stress levels with Godzilla, King of the Monsters. He'll go on about Ghidorah. I'll go on about Mothra. I'm pretty sure you'll actually say, I bet you money you're going to say King Kong instead of Godzilla at least once next week.
Yes, that is a thing with my brain. I flop things in my brain. So yes, I will say King Kong instead of Godzilla, and I will say Godzilla instead of King Kong. You made a good bet.
But what will you do once they're fighting each other?
When they're fighting each other, I will be sad because I want them to
Kingzilla.
I want them to team up.
Oh, they're gonna team up and punch someone. Let's be real
Punch
honest
something,
here.
anything, even if it's
Some really good guesses. We'll talk about that.
oh.
In the meantime, I'm Zach.
I'm Tyler.
That's Steven.
Dismissed. Hi everybody, General Tyler here. If you like the show, please hit subscribe however you're listening to us right now. Also, if you could rate and review us however you're listening to us right now, or preferably over at Apple Podcasts, we would super appreciate it, as the whole world is ran on algorithms, and we want to be all up in them, getting our voice out to more places. Also, tell your friends. We always appreciate that. If you want to get in contact with us, ask us questions, give us comments, email us generalnerderypod@gmail.com. You can also contact us through our website, www.generalnerdcast.com. While you're there, check out all of our back catalog, or click the links up at the top, as we are part of the Earworm Podcast Network. Go check out all of our sister shows. We're involved with most of them, so if you already like listening to us talk, it might be in your best interest. And if you want to check out everything from the network, head over to earworm.com, EARVVYRM.com. We'd super appreciate it. Love you all. Have a good one.